YouTubers, unfortunately, I have to take her back. And I've really enjoyed the ride up here with it. The bike is truly a feat of engineering. It is truly a lovely bike. And like my first video, and like I stated, for me, it's just a little bit overpriced. And I know Honda, this bike has gone into a range that is really mid-range, because no other bikes have, well, not many have the likes of the fast charging capabilities that this has. And when you get the bigger bikes that have got 45 kilowatts and above, you're going into more money for them. And then if you want extra charging and extra bits and pieces on them, you then have to pay for it. So I get where Honda have based it, but to get people into the market, because I don't believe there's really an 80-mile range on this. If I would say 90% of us people that go and buy this bike will play like this. They will enjoy the ride on it, and they will enjoy. There's nothing not to like about it. The thing of all of this bike that I like the most is the smoothness and the quietness. Yeah, because the other side about this bike, it's not that light when you're pulling it around the garage. You know, you can feel the weight of that battery. I've got a ramp into my garage, and when I took out this morning on it, you can feel the weight of it when you're going out. Like I say, the handling of it, it is truly, you'd have to get on it to understand yourself. It is truly different than a conventional motorcycle. It just, I don't know why, it just feels different. Negatives for me, again, I'm getting cramp on it. My legs feel overbent because of the way I'm sat, but that's dependent on your height and the way you are. So, you know, I think for shorter people, this would be fantastic. For this 50 kilowatt version, once you got used to riding it, it won't be bad, but it's absolutely insanely fast off the mark. And it's insanely fast up to 70. And then it just peaks out. It just stops. You get to that, and that's it. You just get to the top part where you have an engine screaming at you. You've got no engine screaming at you. That's it. And then as your power's on, your battery life is just coming down and down and down. For me, where's it going to live? You know, it's like I say, for me, for doing commuting, it'd be great for commuting. You know, it'd probably save me a lot of money in the cost of petrol. But what's it going to cost me in insurance? I was reading on the stats of the battery. They reckon the battery has got 1,000 full charge times on it. So it can be charged 1,000 times and then the battery's dead. What's the cost to replace a battery? You know what I mean? Or two, but I don't know how many batteries in it, to be honest. Anxiety on it for range. I think you've just got to accept, if you buy this bike, you're not going to be the sort of person that's bothered about range, because you're not going to do that range on it at the moment. And like I was saying yesterday, yeah, it'd be great if you get 200 miles on it, and a real 200. But the weight of it would go up. The cost of it would go up. The quality of it is, you know, the quality of this bike is immense, the quality of this motorcycle. Everything about it is really well built. All right, they've nicked parts. You can see all the switchgear. Honda are saving fortunes by using the switchgear and everything. And that's common sense, because it works as well. It's a good switchgear. It's just such a shame, because if this had been, I think if, you know, I don't know how much this has cost Honda to do, but I'm pretty certain if this had come in at 8 grand, 8.5 grand max, it's still going to sell, but I think it'd have sold a lot more. I would definitely need a comfort seat on it. You know, by the time I got back yesterday, I felt as though I had piles. It was just hard. But, you know, the pain in my arse, I just had a big cheesy grin, so it didn't bother me. And it's one of them. I think, like anything, the more you ride it, the more you'll fall in love with it. Aesthetics, only where the battery is, put some sort of cowling around there. Make it look a bit more like, instead of like the Super Socos and the bikes where you just got a square battery you look at, put a clip on, you know, fairing on it to hide that battery, to make it look more aesthetic. It needs that. These handlebars are forward. You know, you like leant forward on it. And like I said, joking apart, you know, feel the wind. You do feel the wind. I don't understand a bike that has got very, very little wind protection, because this has got next to none. But the power on it is just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to ride. It is absolutely astonishing to ride. But you've got the other side. If you end up with a young person on this that isn't a really good rider, I don't know what the 11 kilowatt one's like. I would have thought the 11 kilowatt one is very similar to eco mode. I would say that's where that lives. But even someone that's just passed the test and goes onto a big bike, if you get it wrong and you can't handle corners and you take it, because this just if you get on a conventional motorcycle, even my NC, when I pull back that throttle, gears have to change. It has to go first, second, third. There's a little delay in each of them gears as they change. That little delay gives you and the ability to actually adjust what you're doing. This isn't. This is just on and off. I mean, it's absolutely insane the way it puts on the power. There we go. That's full now. But that's how fast you can just go on it. But you have got a boundary on it. And that's the thing about it. You have got a boundary on that speed. It gets maximum output and that's it. You know, it's nothing like your R1s. Once they get going and the power comes in, even my NC, you can drop down a gear and you can give it a bit more if you need to give it a bit more. You can't with this. It just handles so. It's just, once you actually, it just makes it, I think the side about this bike, people who buy it, it's just going to make them want to ride mad. As soon as you put in sports mode, you're not going to want to just go like this. You're not just going to trundle along. And if you're just going to trundle along, you might as well just put in eco mode and save that battery life. 52%. You know, the battery is just going down and down and down. And like I say, I've got a car right behind me now. If I let off my thingy there now, look how fast I'm slowing down. And I don't see, even on the eco mode, where it's set to 1, which is the lowest. 1, which is the highest, sorry. 3 is the lowest. That side of it just really does need looking at. And, you know, maybe just, like my Lexus has got regen on it. and it's very good. You can manually put the regen on it, and I would say to Honda, do that. Take off this automatic regen. Just have a button, so if you want to put regen on when you're coming along and you're going up a hill or you're going downhill, you can press a button and the regen's on. And maybe give the option a simplistic button that just goes 1, 2 and 3 regen. Honestly, that is the only real negative I can find about this bike. I really can't find anything else. Range anxiety, yeah, you're going to have it. And it's a shame. I'd like to have gone to Tesla. I'd like to have run this bike to nearly empty and then filled it up and seen what it cost on either we've got charging stations around as the near us, which you have to sign up to. That's a brilliant idea. The fact that you can just go to a motorway service and you can plug that in like a car. You know, that will make the difference. The electronics I mean, that's the thing about Honda. The electronics with Honda, you know, is amazing. You know, they do things right. They do things right. And I think they listen to people, to be honest. And, you know, there's many of us, the first impression, even like now, when you get on this bike, is put it in sports and I'm in it. But there's a bit more to it than that. You know, and I think they can improve it. And the other side you've got at the moment, which people are not mentioning, even like cars, I know people with electric cars, dealers are not buying them because the residual value on these vehicles after 3 years has plummeted to nothing. You know, I really think now, I was talking to Brad, and Brad reckons 3 to 5 grand maximum on residuals on this after 3 years. And 3 years, if you do, say you do 10,000 miles a year, it's allegedly got 100,000 miles or 1,000 charges. Now, like I say, like my Lexus, when I bought my Lexus, it's got 2 big hybrid batteries in the back of it. And when I first bought it was a couple of years old. Them batteries were £5,500 each. You now can get them batteries fixed for a couple of £100. Because like this, what will happen is the whole battery won't go. A cell in the battery will go. You know what I mean? There'll be one cell. Now, there was a good comment, actually, from someone who put a comment on the first video that's gone out. And they said, it'd be great when the solid-state batteries. I don't know how that'll work. Because solid-state is probably all right in laptops and things like that. But the problem with this is drawing a lot of energy. And that's it. The more power you put, and that's it with this, the more power you put on these, if you open up the motor, it'd probably go a lot faster than it does. It'd become insane, like some of these bikes that you see. And this has made me think. The problem is, I love my petrol bike. I love my NC. I do love it. I enjoy getting on it. I enjoy the feeling of it. I enjoy the vibrations. There's so much of it that I absolutely adore. But my NC would never do that. And I don't even think the likes of your top sports bikes would do that from there. Because the time you're actually pulling in your clutch and changing your gear, and you'll never get the smoothness that this has got. So for me, people, it's a bike worth trying. And I said it yesterday, and I meant it. If you've got deep pockets, and I think for me, if you're going to go out for a 40 or 50 mile ride with your mates and have a good play, and you're happy with that, and maybe even if you stop over, because the other side you've got, when you go on a motorway service and recharge this, it's only going to go from, say, 5%, because you're never going to run this empty. You're never going to run this bike empty. You'd be absolutely mental. And I think charging times on bikes that are, was that Al? Charging times on bikes that are empty are longer than ones that have got a bit of charge still left in them. So if you've got 5% in it, yeah, on a charger, a Tesla charger, or on a charger that throws a lot of volts into it, ampage into it, you're going to get it charged within X amount of time. And like they say, they only go up to 80%. They need an overnight charge to actually absolutely fully charge them. But they're coming in, people. It's like anything. They just need, I think they need to get cheaper. Side I had, like when I got home last night, the bike was still switched on, but in effect in equivalent of neutral, so it weren't going anywhere. And you could hear the voltage running through that bike. Now that'd worry me if you just suddenly went out the garage and you forgot to turn it off. Is it just going to draw down the battery? Or is it going to get hot and set alight? Because a lot of electric vehicles catch fire. And they're still doing it. And if you ever see the way a battery is made, it's multiple cells. They're basically cells that are in line with each other. So one cell is connected to another, to another, to another, to another. So that's why the fire kicks off. It goes from one cell, and it goes to the next cell, then to the next cell. The first cell has caught fire, and then it's passed on to the second one. And you can't just put them out. Ask Hammond that, he'll tell you all about that in the first, I think, the fastest electric car he drove. But as someone who's been on petrol bikes all my life, I honestly think it will be nice to see these out on the road. I actually, after riding it, it'll never take over a petrol motorcycle. And I understand, it's like, I've got a few that follow me, and they said, I'd never have one, I won't give you tuppence for one. And the riding is different. I don't care what anybody says, it is different, it feels different. It's not boring at all. The side of having a lovely smooth ride, you think back in the day, you got in a Mercedes or Rolls Royce, absolutely buttery smooth comparing to your Ford Cortina. That's what this is. It's buttery smooth. It's just 44% people. This has only gone from Youles in Manchester to Birchwood and back through Glazebrook. So if you look at it on a map, like I say, it's no more than 40 miles. So I honestly don't believe, if you leave this in sports, let's just give it a bit there. It's fabulous. It's a thirsty beast. That's all I can say about it. It's a lovely beast, but it's a thirsty beast. And I think I'll do the last thing before we go. I'm going to call into City Airport, and we'll do the TMF, reverse it round. And that's the other thing about it, it's small. This bike is small, it's low. And that's the side about it. I like the seat. The seat's rock hard, but you can move really forward or back on it. You can. In fact, when you go further back, but then the problem is, your arms are stretched. And I'm finding, like, in my hands, my hands are getting really like circulation, because the grips as well are rock hard on it. And if you go putting grip puppies on them, your heated grips won't work. You won't feel the heated grips. Yeah, this actual Regen is just, it's a ball ache to say the least. Indicator would be nice. Yeah, it would have been nice. So we're only just going to quit. Hey, have we got a spot? It's absolutely chocker this recently. I may even call in here tomorrow night, actually Monday night. There's bike night back on. I may have a walk around. I need to go to a few more bike nights. I quite enjoy them. Right, let's get it here. Let's get it to this one here. I think it'll turn around quite quick, please, people, to be honest. Right, so let's just knock her off. Put the stand down. You turn her off, you turn her forward, and it turns off. Right, are we on our stand properly? Easy to get on and off. She is a lovely bike. The other side on it, I need to find out, what is the servicing on these? I haven't a clue. What is the servicing cost for a bike like this? How often do they go in for services? What mileage is it on them? Why do you even need a 200-mile service, bar on to tighten up bolts and check things? The shower suspension at the front is really nice. Put that on the NC750, people. I'll be happy with that on there. The rear shocker is nice. It's comfy. But I say, the weight, 217 kilograms. Now, luggage weight, if you're gonna carry someone, it's more like a sports bike, isn't it? I think you're gonna struggle. You want to put back box on it, I think you're gonna struggle. It'd be soft luggage that's going to tie to the back here. The one thing, I've got a friend who's got a car, an electric car, and he reckons the electric car on tyres, it eats tyres. And I can imagine that'll be the same. Because there's no, like I say, when you actually go onto a motorcycle, and that bit of the gear changes are not putting stress on the tyres, if you understand. Anyway, let's copy TMF, because I love copying him. I haven't got as many followers as him, but not that I'm bothered. Hold it, you don't want to drop it. Any bike, I mean, like any bike, you can, it holds quite thingy. There we go. It holds, it's easy enough. They could do with a handle or something. But you've got hold of this, full lock on it. So let's go round. And it isn't light, people. But what you can do, you can leave it on and you can use the reverse gear. And there we go. Let's turn it round. Where's it going? Is it going to make it? Oh, I tell you what. Oh, it's not, it's not bad, is it? That's quite short, that. Middle. One and a bit. That ain't bad at all. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just take you back around again and just show you this. Let's see what it feels like. Oh, gee, I'll tell you what. It is heavy, people. When you get it going, it's all right, but I won't want to drop it. Right, let's just knock her on. Let's just... Oh, the stand... this is the other thing. The stand has to be up as well to do this. Right, so hold the button, press start. Right, we're ready. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hold the button there forward. And you see the reverse there now? Hold on to it. Go reverse. I want to go reverse. Do you know something? In the garage, it's all right. I don't like it. I don't like it. Look, going back in a straight line, you can do it. But if you want to turn it, the gull wings reversed scenario, people, is much better. Now, the other side about this is as well, I am now in this. It says to exit, press there. You can see there? Doesn't work. You have to turn it off, right? And then you have to turn it back on. Right, so it's ready. Right, I think what we'll do, we'll give it a little bit of a spin up the motorway. But I have honestly enjoyed it. I have honestly enjoyed this bike. It's been a lovely bike to ride. Thank you, Youles Manchester. You know, thank you, Youles in total, for letting me do this. Because even though we have our negatives, you know, we state some negatives about them. It's still, for me, an 8 out of 10. And you know, I'll be retiring 2 or 3 years. And if one of these is up for sale in 2 or 3 years, and it is 4 or 5 grand, I'd buy it. I would actually buy it. But I think Honda will totally improve this bike. I think they're going to be a formidable manufacturer. And don't forget, Honda are the biggest manufacturer in the world. There's no one bigger than them. And it's like, and especially an automatic, this is the side about it, I've got a little Uno 2, people. I need to put it on it, which is for detecting radar speed cameras. You're going to need one of them on this, because you are going to play, honest to God. You're going to get on it and you're going to play. And you're going to miss something like that, because you're going to be so excited and so happy, and you'll go through there. It's just at insane speeds. In seconds. Absolute seconds. Oh, bloody hell, people have worked it out. The regen. Right, so when you're riding, one, two, three. 1, 2, 3. You've got to be moving. There we go. You've got to be riding. The wheels have got to be moving for you actually to do your regen. There we go. The plus down to 0 regen. Oh, I don't know, that has made it. Yeah, that has made a massive difference. Oh my God. On the way home, turn it off. 1, 2, 3. Oh Jesus. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Right. Do you know, it takes you ages to learn. Turn it off, people. Don't bother with it. Turn it on, you know, now and again when you need it. That's so much better. Oh. Do you know, over bumps, it's heavy, but it doesn't half. Now, does it turn itself back onto 1 when you... No. Yeah, honestly, people, if you get this bike, if you buy it, turn it off. So when you're riding, you use your regen when you're riding. There we go. I don't even need to touch my brakes. Take it off. I can use my regen to actually brake my bike. It's better, do you know what I mean? It's insane. Oh my God, what's going on with that gravel there? Now it rolls back as well. I didn't expect it to roll back, to be honest. That's one thing I didn't expect on this bike. 25%. On this video, I'll give you the exact mileage that I've used. As I say, it's done nothing near 91 miles, people. Nothing near. 24% left. We'll try and work out what it'll be at. I reckon we'll be at 20% when we get back to Youles on it. And do you know something? I'm just going to stick it in eco mode. I'm going to turn that regen off. So I'm just going to ride it nice and calmly in eco mode. Do you know, for town work, that's what you do. You'd stick it in eco. You're not going to lose your license with that at all, because it pulls away. In fact, it pulls away, I'd say, faster than the 125, to be honest. Yeah, I love it. I do like the bike, to be honest, people. And do you know, I've just seen a Super Socko on eBay, and I'm half and half to buy it. 1,500 quid for a 2-year-old Super Socko. And I just think, see what it's like. It's supposed to get a lot more to the gallon out of it. It's not as much, you know, it's not get anywhere near the mods that this has got. I haven't gone through this. I haven't gone. You can connect your phone to it, so you've got turn-by-turn navigation. You've got all sorts of little gadgets that you can do with these. And undoubtedly, there's going to be many YouTubers who go through that, a proper ADHD. Are much better at stats than I am. I've enjoyed it. I've really, really enjoyed this bike. The turn by turn at the indicator don't seem to turn off all the time. They decide when they want to. They don't do it all the time. This weather's just fantastic, isn't it? Oh, dear. Sometimes. Oh. It's just a bit... Right. Come through and head, that's it. Yeah, so the Eco seems to hold a bit better, doesn't it? So if you're doing town work, now, the other side, if you're doing town work, right, I'd want somewhere to put stuff. You're going to dive to the shop on it, aren't you? And that's where, you know, your electric scooters, because Honda do a little electric scooter, don't they? I think they do 3 bikes in the range of electrical bikes. I should have rode that little 50cc. I didn't get... Why has that just gone now? Because I haven't turned that back on. So that regen has turned itself back on, and I haven't touched it. So why has that turned itself back on? Does it, after X amount of time, just go right? I need to put some regen back in. As I say, I honestly don't think that regen's working on this. I don't... Or if it is on there, it doesn't work well. Because that has not gone up in any way. I suppose like this, if you're going stop-start and you're on it Eco like this, it may do better. Let's just go to... Let's go to standard. Let's sup a bit more. We haven't been in standard. I said on the last one, if I was to ride this bike, I would actually just ride it in standard. You know, when I was wanting to be a bit of a hooligan, I put in sports. There is a difference between them, but standard has still got plenty of... It's got... I think standard's more like the CB500. You know, when you get the revs going on it, it's like that. It gets it going. The sports is like the Hornet 750. It really is like a Hornet 750. In fact, off the mark, I mean, that's it, off the mark, it wouldn't get near it. I'd love to try this against the NC side by side. Because the NC is mighty fast off the mark, people. You know, that 0 to 60 on that NC. Forget the stats, what they tell you, like 4.5 seconds. You get in sports and you get it right, it goes. But I think this would just tater it. I think it just absolutely... I think I'd be in its mirror. I'd just be in its mirror. 23% going back. As I say, maximum mileage on this I've done, people, is 40 miles. Are they gonna... Yeah. It's 40 miles. So even if you give it another 15 or 20 miles max, 60 miles by riding it, by being playful. The way I've rode it, you've seen the way I've rode it all the way up and down. You know, I haven't cut any of the... I've cut about 5 minutes out where I pulled over. But generally the riding of it, that's the way I've ridden it. Home and back to Youles. I've loved it though. I've absolutely loved it. Yeah, and there we go. And that's the other side. As soon as you change your mode and your regen goes back to what it is by standard default. Oh, we're going to beat this scooter. Oh, we're going to beat this scooter. Oh, he's not took me on. What a chicken. You know, like GSXs that have chickened, and now a scooter that's chicken now. One last blast. Oh! Amazing. You will love it, people. You will absolutely love it. Brad will be like screaming at me to see what I think of it. I've got to say to him, what a load of crap. What a load of garbage. He knows he'll have watched my video. Right, let's take it in. It's on. Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. Oh, mate, you would love this. Yeah. I think I'm first one out on it. Do you know, I love it. Yeah. I wouldn't, yeah. I mean, it's insane. I've never ridden an electric cycle before. Your scrambler wouldn't even come close. Most sports bikes off the mark to 60 on that won't get close to it. It's insane, mate.
It's literally twist and go.
Twist and go. And you put in sports mode. Yeah. So it's 91 mile range on it when I got it. I've played a little bit. It's come back. It's got 20%. Now, I've only gone home and back via Glazebook, so I've done no more than 40 miles. So, you know, it's like they're stating it's 80 miles. It's not 80 miles when you play on that. I think 60 miles is realistic. And it's a lot of money, though. It's 13 grand. Oh, my, I tell you, I've got piles after that. I thought it was a gangplank. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Do you know something? This is what's going through my mind. Do you need it? Because the people that buy that. Because I reckon if Honda could get that, 8.5 grand, they'd go out the door. They'd fly out the door. But I'll tell you what they have got, and most of the competition haven't got, is that, mate.
I've got a charger at home like that on my house.
On your car, yeah.
For my car, for
Yeah, but most bikes don't have that. They have a kettle lead, and that's where it's a winner, without doubt. I mean, their first iteration of this, they've done a cracking job, I think. Yeah, it's not at all. Not at all. You'd have to be driving. You'd have to be driving Miss Daisy to do that. Yeah. It's a lovely. Hey, mate. 45 miles, hey? Loved it, mate. Loved it, but your mileage, I was just saying, Tone, your range on it, it's not even 80 miles, mate. No. You've got 20% left on it. You're 19%. Now I'm back. I'm wanting my videos out, so let's just knock that off.